G'day guys, and welcome back to Stitch Up and episode 8 of, I believe it's episode 8 of our Factorio Space Age playthrough, our initial playthrough. Look at this iron struggling here. We're going to talk about iron and struggling iron and the implications of that when we need to go interstellar. But today what we're going to do is go through and talk about blue science, and I have a little treat for you regarding blue science. You may see it at the top of the screen. And then we're going to be looking at the next steps beyond to getting to the very first part of the space exploration, the platforms. So guys, jump in, enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, let's quickly jump into map mode and I'll show you what's happened. So in between episodes, I've been, yes, laying a lot of, it's night time, but laying a lot of my sort of foundation, my stonework. But more importantly, I have been putting the landfill into here, and we've got this landfill factory which we made in the last episode up here. I've actually just been clearing out some biter bases around the outside of the base. So if you have a look here with depollution, I cleared a few out of here. Got a lovely big iron patch up here, nice copper patch here, but I've cleared them. So we've got none right along. Now it does seem to be heading this way, but look, that's an island. So once that goes, this seems to be an island as well. And in fact, there's a small peninsula there, but we've got these two. Cleared a few out from down here as well, but we do have some over here that I'll need to get to at some point. Here's a nice little stone patch, 2.8 billion. I was looking for a stone patch actually, and now I've found one. But yeah, we cleared a few of those guys out. But more importantly, what we did do, turn that pollution off, is we actually assembled blue science. Now, the reason I did this between episodes is because in the last episode, we did all the parts that contribute to blue science, and all we needed to do is put it together. So if we look at blue science, we know that it is, or chemical science, it's going to be sulfur, which we had from the basic oil production. We had red chips, which we did in the last, the red circuits that we did in the last episode, and engine units, and those engine units are put together just here, and I've sort of beefed that up. So the engine units, the plastic that supports the red chips, and then of course the red chips there. So that's all kind of good. And so then all we needed to do was bring down these engine units, keep them to one side of the belt. So here they are coming across. Bring down those engine units on one side of the belt, and well, it doesn't matter if they're on both, but here just put it onto one side. And then down here we had sulfur, and sulfur is now fed all the way from the basic oil. There it is. So we've got the sulfur coming out, and that's fed down past the train station and into that, and then put those together with the red chips, and of course the red chips are on their own line and are plentiful, and it's on either side. And I've actually got some of these lovely productivity module 1 in here, level 1 productivity module in here, so that's brilliant. And blue science is now heading down, so it's being put down to here. We've got another side of this belt we can put the next science on eventually, but I believe the next science is going to be space science anyway, not purple science or yellow science. And there, the blue science is coming down, so all of the labs have been filled with, I believe, just a few of the blue science, well, just a couple, and then we're stockpiling the rest as per with the 3. So in this series we're doing a stockpiling of the sciences as well down here, we decided. So a couple of things before we move on, just a couple of things, because that is going. We'll put science on in just a sec. A couple of things here. I actually put a early on, maybe episode 3 or 4, I put a battery up here. I put a little battery factory up here. So I'm going to decommission that. It's just not required at all, and we've got this space to build something a bit later if we need to. So I will take that off, and it can go. So just to remind me that I'm going to take it off, I'm just going to do that, and the robots will take care of it. But we don't have robots at the moment. So but speaking of that, let's get some science going. Now, I didn't want to put any of the science the research happening while I wasn't on camera. I saved it. So very first thing, let's do advanced combinators is not, let's do advanced oil processing. That'd be great. Straight after that, I think I'm going to do, let me see, lasers, uranium, advanced material processing. I do want low density structures, yes, and I do want processing units, yes, so they can both go. And then I think I'm going to want the lab research speed will be a nice next one, and then I will do lubricant as well. And then after I've done lubricant, I'm going to do the electric engine. And then I believe I've got room now to just do the exoskeleton equipment, which could be great. Make me go a bit faster. So they're all involving blue, green, and red. So they should be, and there they go. You can see how fast those guys are going. And we don't have a huge lab setup going as well, so that's not too bad. So advanced oil processing should start kicking off once we get going. But now that we've got those doing that, we can start talking about what we're going to be building next. I believe robots are going to be something that I'm going to want to get going fairly soon, because they'll be able to help. The robots will be able to help put down a lot of this landfill. We want to fill this entire lake in. Now, iron is struggling. Let's just quickly talk about iron. So if you have a look here, iron plates are struggling, and that's trouble. Now if you look here, they're thinned out, 2 rows. They are thinned out quite a bit. So you've got 2 rows here. They're being fed by 3 sort of 50% yellow belts here. And the problem with that is so that's feeding this. Look, it's hardly anything being made. And the problem with that is, and I don't think it's a lot of it might be, yes, a lot of it might be this. A lot of it could be the fact that we haven't got that going. Because we seem to have the products. No, look, we don't even have the products. So we definitely have, if you have a look here, we definitely have power by coal. But what we don't have is the coal. The coal's coming in, but we don't have the original product. And I think the problem is here is this is such a small patch, and it just keeps getting smaller as well. So in map mode, of course, zoomed out map mode, if I have a look here, this is going to be the best thing. Although I like to supply from down below. I like to run it straight in if I can. There is nothing down below as far as that goes. We've got copper, and I've already done this copper here. Did that in between episodes, but I don't have any iron. I've got stone, which I think I'll end up taking to get just to supplement the landfill factory, but I don't have any iron at all, apart from this stuff in this kind of northeast area. But once this is all filled in, that'll be fine. I'm thinking about I think I'm just going to bus it all the way down here, and I don't think I'm going to need anything beyond that. Because we'll be off novice. We'll be interstellar by that stage. But I think I need to do it sooner rather than later, so I might even just start putting mines on this, getting and running some very long belts. And what I could do is I could do this, and I could just here set up some maybe I set up some electric smelting. Now if I get electric smelting, get the plates ready to go, and then just run the plates, all I really need to do then is run the plates into here. But I like to inject the bus somewhere down low, so I'd like to inject the bus here, but I could probably just inject the bus here. But these guys are going to struggle as well, so I'd probably, just for safeties, I'd probably run it down and inject the bus here. And then once we've done that, we can look at making those belts into red belts, because at the moment red belts aren't going to help us because we don't have the raw material. So that's one of the big differences in space exploration and 2.0 Factorio is just the modules. The basic resources in vanilla are just thinner, and you get through them. So we've got lots of science happening there. Let me just see if I can get robotics. Let me just see where robots are. And if I go here, robots. Okay, good. So I can get this one. Yep, nice. And then once I've got the robotics, brilliant. Then we want construction robots. Yes. And once we've done that, well, that's enough to get those guys going. But I think let's get all those going now. We'll get all these going. Follow a robot count is happening. The lab speed will probably help us too, but you can see that it's moving quite nicely. But that'll back up quite a bit, and even to the point where we have an issue with grey science, because grey science is drastically limited by the amount of this iron that's coming in. So it's going to be probably sooner rather than later that I'll have to run the iron into smelters and then down into here. Or I could keep the smelters down there and just run the basic iron down. But I think I want to do something different in this series and run the iron plates, not the raw iron. So that's all brilliant. Blue science is happening. How do I don't seem to have space exploration yet, but let's head towards that. If I go here and I look at space, yeah, here we go, rocket silos, 1,000. So what's leading up to rocket silos? I need to get advanced material processing. That needs to go in. And then once we do that, we should be able to then get, yeah, these guys are queued up. Then we should be able to get the rocket silo. Okay, so that's all pretty good. So one thing I could do is I could expand my lab setup. But there's a lot of science there. Yeah, let me just quickly go into map mode and just see here. We are now filling stuff up. Okay, so basic material processing. So I don't think I've connected this guy at the moment. These guys are running and that's fine. But if I have a look here, there's got lots of oil. So what I think I want to do is this oil is coming out of here and it's coming straight into there. So what it's not doing is coming into here. So I want to, and yeah, it should be, oh yeah, it is. But I think I want to pump it in a separate line. So let's do that. Let's get that going. Got some pumps there. Yeah, let's use a separate line here to pump it. Pump it up. Okay. And let's do that. Try and get this. If I do that, and will that be, yeah, that will work if I think if I can do this. Okay, and that's coming up. Yeah, good. Okay, let's run around and bring this up. This second line here is going to be for the other products around the backwards way, but that's fine. It'll still work at the moment. You can just run it right next to it. Just keep doing it like this. This corner could be interesting. This is where we need to change things a little bit. And I think here, I'm going to just put this guy 2 away. Yeah, I'm going to do this like this. Okay. And then I'm going to say, oh man, I think I'm going to need, I'm hoping I can get a few of those. Oh yeah, there's 10. Okay, if I do that there and here, that keeps it separate, which is nice. Yeah. So a pump at the start and then a pump at the end. So here we are. I want to take this joint off here and take that guy off. Yep. And come up here and say, right, this should be a pump here now coming in. So a pump going into the factory. Yep. And now if I can just do this guy here and it's going to be there with this. Oh, is that connected? It is. Yeah, I like the new connection. See how it's showing the connections? I think it's showing them. You guys connected? Yes. Hang on. You are connected. So that's oil and water. So this should be happening now with its own pump and its own system. So you can see there that's full. This guy here is showing full and output is full. Okay. So what we've got here is we're trying to output all three. But what we're not doing is we're not outputting any light oil. Okay, so we've got a bit of a balance issue as well. You can see that the heavy oil is fine, but the light oil is having issues. And I think at the moment we're not really using the light oil for much. Petroleum here. There we go. That'll be because of these guys. So once that's there, I think now the light oil is going to start to be used. Yeah. Where are we taking that? Yes, you're meant to be going out. Okay, so light oil is now filling up. But we've now got some solid fuel. Now, solid fuel is very important in space exploration because we use it for rocket parts. So we don't want to use it for power at all. So I think I need to start looking at nuclear and solar as well to keep powering this, because I can't be looking at fossil fuels all this. And so that's that one side. It's just going to keep taking those out. But that means that essentially my advanced ones should just be going, because now they're not full. So now these guys should be, oh, here they are, sorry, these guys should just be going. It says output full. And I think the problem is this. Yes, the problem is going to be that this is so full. So this guy just won't be able to do anything because the petroleum is so full. Okay, so I think the only thing I'm going to do here, because I've got so much petroleum, what's that water going in there? Hang on, what are you doing? What are you making? Sure. Oh yeah, you're taking those two products and then making this into here. Okay, we actually need to go ahead and store this. So let's do. We forgot to do this. Great. Oh, I didn't really deal with any of this. Okay, let's do it here. So this should be, okay, so this one will be lubricants. This one will be heavy. This will be light. This will be, what's that? Heavy, light, heavy, light. So what are you? You're nothing. You don't connect to anything. I think that's it there. Okay, brilliant. So we've got an issue here. So let's do this right in the middle. Put that right there. And then put this here. And now we should have sulfuric acid. Okay. Now this might stabilize the system a little bit. You can see some of these keep going now. So that's good. Heavy oil can make its way down here eventually, but heavy oil at the moment isn't doing that. And why isn't heavy oil coming out? Here it is here. So once heavy oil gets going, there it is. Heavy oil, that's why, because we've got heavy oil not going anywhere as well. So let me turn this guy around and make him here and there. Okay, so that's heavy oil now. So now heavy oil is going into here as well. So the idea here is hopefully it prioritizes the machines first. It stores lots of this, but then what will happen, it'll just use it as it is. But what I want is the extra should go into here. And you can now see that we've got these products being able to be stored. Lubricant isn't made yet. So, I think we've finished all those sciences. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Okay. So if I go to robotics, let's see. Have we got personal robots? Worker robot speed, cargo size, logistics robots we need to do first, and follower robot counts. This is done. Let's do space here. What's stopping me? Oh yeah, here we go. So we need this. Yep. Actually, if I go to space, I believe we need, it's this, rocket fuel. Okay. And now I can go to space in Q. Great. We are going. And now space platform can go after that. For that one, we'll need to do, by sending an item into space, that's when it'll do that. Okay, cool. Well, that's going to be space platforms unlocked, which will be brilliant. Okay, so these are just going to keep stockpiling here. That's fine. And we'll have to talk about where we want our rocket base to be as well. Let's think about that. Let's think about this. Okay, lots of oil there, which is good. I did like as well, I don't know if it's going to help. I've been struggling, as I mentioned, with oil. But I did also put in productivity modules into most of these. I've got to put some more in, but productivity modules. And it does seem to mean that we are getting lots of oil in here, and we are getting a fair bit in the trains. If you have a look at the trains here, they're all about a third full. So that's not too bad. I'm finding that a bit better. So yeah, they're all got, at least they're bringing good amounts of oil in, which is good. I like that. So I think that's pretty good. This guy's unloaded some, but it's just going to unload the rest. So I think that's pretty good. Let's look at what the next build is then. So what is next? Well, do we want to put the spaceport around here? I mean, yeah, we need to start making rocket components as well. Actually, I wouldn't mind putting a robotics factory just here, actually. So let's start thinking of the robotics first. Yes, we do need robots in. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So very first thing I'll need to do is, I think I'm going to need, if I have a look here, I'm going to need flying robot frames and electric engines. So flying robot frames and electric engines, and I'm wondering if maybe, oh yeah, that one there, yeah, I think that's fine because we bring that down. The engines are here. Okay, let me see. Electric engines. Oh, you need lubricant for that. Although I believe I've got lubricant now. Have we? Yeah, we got some lubricant into there, which is good because this guy's making lubricant and fluid ingredient shortage, so it needs heavy. The problem is there we've got this. It's taken that. We want to prioritize the that. So what we'll do is we'll try and see if we can take that out. I want to prioritize the lubricant making. So I might have to look at circuit conditions there as next as well. So electric engines. So I definitely want one of these lines to be lubricant. And then batteries. Do we have any batteries? I don't believe we have batteries happening yet. Great. So we're going to need these sort of intermediate products like batteries, sulfuric acid and lubricant. Okay, so let's get sulfuric acid and lubricant into the liquid bus. That's going to be the best thing we can do. Where is it? Oop, oop, oop. Yeah. Okay, so that's putting it down there. I want to basically get this guy, move you out. All right, cool. Let's think about this. So if I do, I'm going to try doing these close together and just seeing if I regret my life choices. Can I might have to pick up a few of these. Yeah, I'm going to need to go and pick some up actually. So I'm going to quickly run down to the mall. It's just down here. I was getting attacked over here as well by massive biter groups, which is good fun. I do like the big groups. I think it's great, more realistic of like a war setting. But yeah, we had some in the northeast, some bases, and they were causing big problems. But no longer. So I went and took care of them. So they were out here, and I took care of those guys. Let's look where the pollution cloud is. Yeah, they were sitting around here. Another patch of oil up there too. About the same size as the current ones that we have on the go. Right, run in between the cliffs. While running, have a glass of the wine. Remember where we're running. Okay, so the dream is to have these guys like that, and then really regret it in a bit when we can't get it running. So let's get sulfuric acid first. Okay, so sulfuric acid, and I'm going to want a pump. Okay, pump here. Yep. And just so we can get through. Brilliant. So that's going to be there. So 1, 2, and we'll keep running these guys across here, here, and then there, because we'll put another pump. So sulfuric acid should be running down. Let's get another pump now. Put him here, and to run. If I do that for now, run it this way first. Oh, that could be good. That is the right amount. That's just the perfect amount actually. So lubricant will now run down this way, and what I might do here is just see if I can bring it across. The corners are going to be the problems. But I won't learn. Okay, that's good. I'm going to just do this where we had things. And yeah, nice. I'll keep them nice and separate. Okay, so where are the lines here? So they're down, aren't they? Yeah, so good. Okay, so I think the next one has to be just under this, right? So if I put this here, line that up with that. Let's do sulfuric acid here. And I think I can get away with this if I go here and there. And so sulfuric acid should be flowing. Is it? No, these guys aren't connected. Oh god, that was a mile off. Okay, sulfuric acid is now flowing. It's funny, this doesn't seem to be showing in there. But it's full. Just doesn't. Why doesn't it have it on that little bit? Don't know why. Okay, so that would be sulfuric acids. And while we're here, kind of wanted to make the plan for the other one. Okay, sulfuric acid would be there, and then I think the lubricant is going to be, so that'll be this here. Right, no, let's get this coming all the way in from here, because it is going to be messy here actually. So sulfuric acid is the next one down. So let's do there, and then we'll go sort of in the middle, and we'll just do it just before, and it is going to be there. All right, and then the other one would be down quite a bit, but I think what we'll do is we'll have this guy go down here. Yeah, and then we'll have him go around the corner like this. And we might put a pumping station here. Oh, let me just put that with the correct pieces. Yeah, we might put a pumping station there just for overcompensation, which we'd like to be doing lots of that. Can I get all the way under? Can I? Oh, okay, no, we want that to be right on then. Green is there anyway. So now if you do, how many times I've got to watch out and get run over by this train there, yeah. And then just after, then let's go up here. There to there. Good. Okay. Right, that will work. Liquid bus. Liquid bus can always be a problem though. The liquid bus. You have to plan these things. Where are we going to? Oh, we're going to there. Okay, cool. So let's take away this. That's no longer. Yeah. And oh, that is actually. How far can we come down? Can we go to there? Yes, we can. So sulfuric acid should now be complete. I'm just going to put one more in here. In fact, we don't need to do that. So let's do this. And let's do that. So sulfuric acid is now working. And then this guy is going to be like this to lubricant there. Brilliant. So now we can see they should be, yeah, these three are now working nicely. So have we got 3 pumps? Yes, we do. Let's put them in here. We do this. It's going to be, do a nice little pumping station. Oop, pumping. Make sure we're not near that train as it comes past. There, and then we get a lovely little pumping station power happening. Yep. Good. Okay, cool. So now that should be pumping nicely, those 3 products, all the way along. And we put this down earlier, so that's been quite nice. I was planning this out and just putting that down, which is good. Actually, we can go ahead and do this. Good. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's those products, and we can now comfortably build and not worry about those. So the first one I think we didn't that we wanted to do was batteries. This is going to be one copper, one iron, and sulfuric acid. Now this is a chemical plant. I think I've got lots of chemical plants, and I think even, I don't know why I've got these here, but let me just put it out for chemical plants. Yeah, I did. How many have I got? Two. What do you need? So we need some circuits. Let's get a few building here. Yep. And let's just keep building. Oh, that's just the one. Steel, is it? Maybe there's a lot of steel in there. And I'll build them one at a time. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so here we are going to need, and it doesn't look like for the batteries we need to be too productive, too overproductive here. So if I do batteries, it's just going to be, yeah, one line of those. Now I'm going to build batteries. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Put these guys here, line it up with this. A nice little gap in there and do that. What we'll do is we'll say the top one, so you're going to be battery. Yep. And sulfuric acid is going to be the top one, I've decided. So we're going to stick to, I think I'm going to stick to this. In fact, can I take 4 of them and just see if I can copy this? Yeah, let me try this. Change you to battery and make them all battery. Yep. Power. Okay. Now, why is are these guys? Yeah, they are lined up. Brilliant. Okay. Good. Now they're reverse of each other, so you gotta be a little careful. Oops. Okay, we want blues here. Swap them around for blues there. Have the batteries going down, please. And on here we're going to want a split of and a split of, but I'm going to do this and then in one and then bring it across, and I can always bring that up with red belts. I'd like to also just put this guy in straight away. When I'm doing that here, I should do my nubs first. These nubs, yep, there they go. And I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to take that off because we're going to put pumps at this end as well. Really getting carried away with the pumps. Oh no, you need that, don't you? Yes. To that, yep, that's all right, because now we can do this, and now we can do the pumps. Yep, the batteries there, and I'm just going to put this guy here and here just for the batteries, which is nice. Oh, sorry, for the pumps, which is good. Okay, and then I want my, so this is where we'll do the feeding line, but then I want it to do this. Actually, let's do it lower. Let's do it here. Oh no, we don't need to get clever. Let's just do that then. Actually, I am trying to get clever here, aren't I? Yeah, I am trying to be a little bit clever. Good. Okay, so you can go here and out, and then in and under, and then here and down, and hopefully that will do the feeding line. Now it's of both of those, so we can do this all the way up, which is nice. And here we want it just to be on one side, so let me think about this. Give myself a little bit of room here. So if I do this, what we can do is we can do this here, and we can split the first one. I can say, right, you go under, and you go under, and then we can do the next one can be there, which means you can connect, you can connect, but I'm going to put one there, and now here and up and across. So that'll put it on that side. That'll put it on that side, which is good. Everything's feeding nicely. Everything's going on. And then all we need to do here is supply the sulfuric acid. And to do that, I want these pumps. And then we'll go like this. Sorry, like, oop, yeah. Let's do this. And I'll feed the sulfuric acid here, I think, as well. Yep. Let's do the sulfuric acid right here. And actually, I think you might be right if I just do... Yeah, that could work nicely. It won't mix them, so that'd be good. Great. So that is now going to make batteries, I believe. Is it going to make batteries? Yes. Have we got these guys? We didn't have them in. We just put ghosts of them in. Oh, that's right, because I used the ghost. Okay, so that is a battery factory all made. I was happy with how that's come up, actually. So if I do... oh, I don't like that. So what I might do is just get rid of those and then say, right, can I copy, including the power? I mean, I just want to put this in like this. No, I don't want a big gap like that. Why is there a gap? Actually, let's do this. I want that to be there. Yep. Just looking at my connectors here. Okay, I'm just going to take the power out because I just think it's complicated itself. I think if I... why is that like this? Just... Shouldn't be an issue because we've got everything in the right spots, but let's do this here, 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 and here. And then over, we should be right to go there, 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 there. In fact, oh, okay. Ah, we only need one every two, don't we? One every two. So if I do there, there. There we go. That'll work. Cool. Okay, so there's the battery factory. We're happy with that. And this guy can come under. Thank you. Batteries will now come to there. Good. Okay, what's next? Batteries. We now want, steel. We want red engine units next. So for these guys, we are going to want engines, electrical, and lubricant. So same thing here as to here. So I tell you what, I'm going to do exactly the same. Man, that is exactly the same, isn't it? Let's do it like that. I like them sort of close to each other. Yeah, let's do the same thing. And let's change this to... Let's put this in first. And again, proof of concept, and I'll rebuild these out a bit. So you're going to be... Oh, I think I need to... Actually, oh, I think my difference is I don't want those. So can I put in these guys? Yes. And if I do, it's going to be red engines. Yes. And let me see where the lubricant is going to be going. Yeah, we can do it like that. So the lubricant will be in there, which will be interesting. Okay, so we need to make this slightly different as well. So that's all right. Let's just do... Take these out. Everything else is similar. From here. Yeah, nice, good. Okay, so we've got these. So I think what we're trying to do here with them is, yeah, let's just see if we can make this nice. Make the electric batteries, and And let's put them in the middle. Do that, that, and that. Yep. And then I then want this way, actually, it's better. Yep. Then we're going to need this to be here, and we'll put these blues here. And what we'll do is we'll see if we can copy that there. And I think we can get the power. Oh, actually, I don't know if these are... This seems really spread out. But I don't mind. It's not very compact, is it? Yeah, it's the power that's going to be a slightly different one. But let's just... can always move the whole thing across in a bit. Okay, let's do that. And just put this right here. Just say, right, there's your guys. And then over here... There, and I need to get rid of some of those ghosts because they're going to confuse me. But yes, that's good. Okay, cool. So we're taking the ones in the middle and not these guys. Okay, I think that's right. Yep. And here I was trying to do this. But let's do it here, here. Oh, that kind of works. Does it? Yeah. Does sort of. Yeah. Look, this is. We're not going to get a nice way of doing this. So at the moment, let's just do. Let's just do this. And I will play around with neatness a bit later. Oh, that's not too bad. It's come up strangely neat. Right, we do these three. And then we do that one underneath. This one underneath. And let me do one of those there. Good. And that means we need the feeder line here. And the feeder line for these guys was going to be half engines, half green circuits. So engines and green circuits. Now you can see there the engines are struggling to build. And I was going to use the engines already from here. So let's see what the shortfall is on the engines. Yeah, it's this. It's these guys, because look. You've got iron plates making the pipes, and they're making iron gear wheels. Now, here, making the pipes here, no problem. But that's only because that's being fed from that line. But then it's just not getting anything else. And even with this little backlog here, it now means that I need to supplement my my iron plates, and it's critical. Yeah, look, the lubricant stopped as well. And again, how are we going with this? Oil's still packed up here, which is good. So we let the oil build up. That was good. That might even itself out down the line, but yes. Okay, so I need to supplement iron plates, and then we'll be able to get that. But what I'll do is I'll build as though we've got no engine problems, but we know that we have. Okay, let me put this here. Let me put this guy. And this is lubricant, so let's go with this. And there. And we can just make it like this. Nice use sound effects in Factorio as well, in the new Factorio in 2.0. Lots of new sounds. Lots of chinging at the moment. Ching, 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 which is not my favourite, but most of it's great. Okay, so engine units are going to be on one side. All right. looking at those arrows, the way they're pointing, and great, this guy's going downwards, which is nice. So that's good. These guys are here, and these guys are this way. And so either side of the feeder line, which is just on one side, that feeder line will be batteries, which is going to be... So if we can get the battery operation going, then we should be able to branch off here. That's our theory. So let's do a branch. Yeah, and then we should be able to go straight on like this. So if I do that... Actually, let me just do it in a bit. Oop. Into one side, and then I want... okay, and we want the same thing here. This is good. Just put that onto one side, letting the reds go across, giving a gap of 1. Because we're enjoying ourselves, and there we go. Okay, so once the batteries go on the other side, we should start getting red batteries going. But already we've got issues with the lubricant, so that's going to have to be resolved. And I think to fix that, I just need to cut off the solid fuel creation that comes from heavy oil. In fact, let's run up and do that as our last part of business for this episode. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So in between episodes, it's definitely my job to go and bolster this. So I'm going to mine. I'm going to set up some electric smelters here, and I'm going to run that product all the way down. I'm going to run it all the way down here, and then I'm going to feed it into the bus somewhere, but somewhere we agreed here. So nice and early. Then we use red belts to ramp up, but we need the supply lines. So that's going to be me. Once we get robots, the robots will help us with a lot of this. Okay, let's continue to run back here. I just want to cut off. I want to keep making stuff, but I want to cut. Yeah, this is good. You keep making that. Yeah, look, it's this as well. That's the problem. Sulfuric acid requires on that as well. So everything at the moment is requiring that. So I'm just going to allow this to be made, but I'm going to cut that feed. Okay, and just to show, I'm going to do that going to nowhere. So just so we can see that this is not doing anything. But I'm hoping that's now going to mean that this product is going to flow into there. But I can see that it's not with the lubricant. So lubricant requires heavy oil. Hang on. Heavy oil's not doing that. Heavy oil's here. Heavy oil's just not supplying it at all. So, ooh, man, is that an oversight? That is an oversight, yes. I'd say that's a bloody big oversight, actually. Yeah, nice. Let's just do that one. Heavy oil going in. Lubricant should be coming in now. So heavy oil should only be used there. It's nothing else. No other machines are using it. And you've got heavy oil being stored, but I don't know if it can flow backwards because of these. It can't flow backwards. So once it gets to here, it's not really. Yeah. I'm not sure. See, this is flowing outwards, but these will prevent it from flowing back, which means once it gets there, it can't really balance. So I wonder if maybe what we should do is looking at getting rid of these pumps. I think these pumps are not required. Yeah, let's put them out and just do this, and hopefully we get it flowing in 2 directions here. Why can't I run through that? Is that weird? Why am I able to run through the pipe? Is that strange, guys? Oh, must be. I don't know. I'm not. It's not the end of the world, but okay. So hopefully now we've got it flowing in both directions there. Is it? What am I seeing? I'm seeing some arrows there, but hopefully I think it is, and that allows lubricant to now go up now be used. I think that will help the whole system to flow. We shouldn't have too many pumps. Just pumps going into the machines, but we shouldn't have too many of the other pumps. Okay, let's leave it there and we'll see about that. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, oil's always a bit like what's going on. Oil's a scramble. It's always a scramble, but it's going to be interesting. Right, I think we are literally... Yeah, I'm going to try and get us ahead now because... we've got our batteries, we've got our sort of electric engines. The only other thing is flying robot frames, and to be honest, you've seen me build those a few times, so I'm going to get flying robot frames in here as well with the batteries and the red engines. I'm going to get those in here. That means that these three factories will be ready to go, and then once we've done those, I think I'll put a robotics factory up here as well. That'll get me across. And then I think we should be looking quite good. I'm just going to have a look at where the attack is. I'm not getting any alarms at the moment, but there is an attack somewhere. Where are you? What are you doing? Oh yeah, you're attacking there and you're then dying. Brilliant. Okay, that means someone wants to attack and someone is... what are these guys? Yeah, I think we just got these guys here. I think they have spawned there. Oh, we're going to have a few up here as well. And look, our factory is just constantly giving off pollution. So, yes. I'll also bolster out the stone. And we'll see if we can get a little bit more of our landfill going as well. So I've got lots of work to do in between episodes. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This has been a brilliant one. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you as we get to space platforms very soon in the next episode of Factorio. This is our Space Age playthrough. Cheers.